well, I'm sure if you asked any manager, not just Eddie Howe, at this stage of pre-season, would you like another couple of players through the door? The answer's undoubtedly going to be yes. At the moment, Newcastle have only got Sandro Tonelli as the major new face through the door, and the squad's got a familiar feel to it from last season. Looking at it at the moment, do I expect departures? Yeah, there's going to be probably one or two of those before that transfer window shuts in August, which feels a long time away at the minute. But for me, I think Eddie Howe will be pleased that he's got the foundations of his squad laid down. I think he'll be almost challenging a couple of players to force their way into his thinking. We've seen the players returning yesterday to training. People like Alan St-Maximin back, Jamal Lascelles, Javier Manquillo. St-Maximin, I think his future, Eddie Howe said it himself, was always going to be dictated by himself. It looks like, as things stand, he's going to take on that challenge of trying to force his way into Eddie Howe's attacking front three, which will be something, interesting to watch, certainly with the Champions League around the corner. But Eddie Howe's made it clear that, he needs a squad. Looking at those Champions League group games, those 3-game weeks, chuck in the Carabao Cup as well. And he's made it clear that, he's going to need backup in there. And that's when, you see people like Paul Dummett and Loris Karius signing new deals. That's what that's all about. So no big surprises on that score. Going back to the departures, well, again, this is going to depend on who comes in. We know Newcastle looking at another attacker. We know they're looking at a right-sided centre-back. So that's going to be, almost make or break for some players, some squad players who will feel there's no point hanging around unless they're going to get a big game. But they've got to find the right club. It's got to be it's got to be that delicate balancing act for Eddie Howe. Some of these players have served the club a long time. They deserve to be treated well, and Eddie Howe's very big on that. So that's going to be something that unfolds in the next few weeks. What that squad looks like when Newcastle head off to America, we'll have to wait and see. But certainly, you'd expect a lot of pushing for incomings, and certainly other clubs now starting to pick up their transfers, and there will be some Newcastle targets on there. So very interesting few weeks to come. Already Tonelli on board, as we know, but for Eddie Howe, just looking to almost fine-tune those positions and probably bring in that extra layer of quality rather than quantity.